Early on April the 14th, the US, the UK, and France delivered a massive missile strike on Syria. The attack was publicly justified with accusations that the Syrian government had allegedly been behind the so-called Douma chemical attack on April the 7th. US Defense Secretary Jim Mattis described the strikes as harder than the 2017 strikes on Shayrat military airfield. The Pentagon said that the US and its allies had launched 105 missiles at the alleged chemical weapons facilities of the Assad government, and all of them had precisely hit their targets. The attack involved the following means and launches. The USS Monterey CG-61 fired 30 Tomahawk cruise missiles from the Red Sea. The USS Laboon DDG-58 fired 7 Tomahawk cruise missiles from the Red Sea. The USS Higgins DDG-76 fired 23 Tomahawk cruise missiles from the Persian Gulf. The USS John Warner SSN-785 fired 6 Tomahawk cruise missiles from the Mediterranean. The French frigate Languedoc fired 3 Storm Shadow Scalp EG cruise missiles from the Mediterranean. B-1B strategic bombers fired 19 AGM-158 JASSM air-launched cruise missiles. British Typhoon and Tornado fighter jets fired 8 Storm Shadow Scalp EG air-launched cruise missiles. French Rafale and Mirage fired 9 Storm Shadow Scalp EG air-launched cruise missiles. According to the Pentagon, 76 missiles hit Barzar Research and Development Center. 22 missiles hit Himshin Shah Chemicals Weapon Storage Site. 7 missiles hit Himshin Shah CW Bunker. However, during the official briefing, the Pentagon rejected to provide any evidence confirming the allegations against the Assad government, as well as hardly explained why there was no dispersal of chemical agent clouds if the chemical weapons facilities had been hit. Another issue raised by experts is why there was the need to use 76 missiles to destroy 3 buildings in Barzeh. There is another side of the story. According to the Syrian Defense Ministry, most of the missiles launched by the US-led bloc had been intercepted. The Russian Defense Ministry provided more details by saying that Russia had not employed its air defense assets, but 71 missiles heading to 8 locations had been intercepted by the Syrian Air Defense Forces, or SADF. The Russians added that Moscow will also consider deliveries of S-300 air defense systems to Syria and other countries in response to the US actions. However, the numbers provided by Russia raise serious questions. Some experts contacted by South Front said that even theoretically, the SADF had not been capable to shoot down more than 15 to 20% of the launched missiles. The SADF just does not have enough means and measures to intercept such a number of missiles simultaneously in one striking wave. The experts suggested that the Russian military had possibly used its state-of-the-art electronic warfare systems to counter the launched missiles during their final phase of flight path. Another factor which highly likely contributed to the effectiveness of the Syrian countermeasures is that Russia had provided the Syrian military with operational data from its technical reconnaissance net, including satellites and other surveillance means. Likely, Iran had done a similar thing. Using tracking data, Russian-made air defense systems like S-125 and S-200 Buk and Kvadrat are capable of shooting down cruise missiles with a relatively high efficiency. The 71 intercepted missiles of 103 launched are a decisive failure for the US and its allies. Some experts suggested that the 76 missile strikes on Barzeh announced by the Pentagon could be an attempt to explain where all the missiles had gone. If the data provided by the Russian Defense Ministry is confirmed, this will be the first time in their history when some side was able to repel a massive strike of the so-called modern high-precision weapons. So, in the case of nuclear exchange between the US and Russia, the Russians will be able to intercept most of the US attacking means, suffering a minor damage. Russia's nuclear strike would be a crushing blow.
الله أكبر. الله أكبر. ذراع علوم الخطيط فوق منطقة كلموني الشرقي أرحيبي. الله أكبر. ارسل ارسل يا ابو علي ارسل.
Сегодня последние вооруженные люди ушли из Думы.
اليوم تم إخراج كامل المسلحين من مدينة دوما.
Российская Федерация первая протягивает руку помощи.
روسيا يريد يكون معكم ويقدم لكم مساعدة.
Сегодня мы передаем временной администрации города
اليوم يتم التقديم لكم
вот эту технику.
روسيا مع دوما مع أهل دوما.
Сегодня последние вооруженные люди ушли из Думы.
اليوم تم إخراج كامل المسلحين من مدينة دوما.
Российская Федерация первая протягивает руку помощи.
روسيا يريد يكون معكم ويقدم لكم مساعدة.
Сегодня мы передаем временной администрации города
اليوم يتم التقديم لكم
вот эту технику.